Thanks for tuning in to Edison TV. I'm Kelly Magnus, and you're watching the 2014 Annual Chamber of Commerce Awards Ceremony for Edison Township. We're at the beautiful Pines Manor, where we are going to hopefully interview some of the lucky individuals and also business owners who've been working to achieve some outstanding contributions for the Township of Edison. I'm with Councilwoman Shaw right now. Councilwoman, why do you think that this event is so important for the community of Edison?
Well, first off, today we're here at the Edison Chamber of Commerce Awards Gala, and I just want to thank everybody for inviting me, and I'm enjoying the cocktail hour and all the business people. But I not only think it's important in the sense that today commemorates trailblazers and also what I believe mentors of our society, and that's young, old, alike. It's a very interesting thing when you go to school, you learn a trade, but people don't teach you how to be a business person, how to use that trade to be, to be your own sort of voice in whatever your profession is, and to say that you can provide expertise. And I also believe that today we're going to commemorate a lot of people who not only believed in understanding cost-benefit analysis, making money, being efficient, but also being community leaders in Edison. And we always need more of that. I think that everybody gets very involved in their work with their families, and whatever happens to civic responsibility. And I feel that especially the Edison Chamber of Commerce, we do produce a lot of great community leaders, and that's essentially what they are, personally and professionally. I'm also a businesswoman, even though I'm an attorney, and I always say to people that if I learned how to be a businesswoman back in school, it would be half the battle than even being a lawyer.
Those are some great points. Let's talk about the effect that it has on the kids in the community. Their parents are coming home with these awards tonight.
First of all, I want to congratulate everyone who's getting an award today. It's a great honor, but I also feel that for young kids, I think it's like one of the greatest lessons ever that you're never going to learn from a school book, and it's about real life experience. My own father used to always say there's book smartness and there's street smartness. And a lot of times when you have individuals who come up, they're well-rounded, and they have children that they want to invest in, I think it's a win-win for everybody, and I think it's a wonderful thing. Congratulations to everyone who's won today.
Thank you so much, and I have to say you are a role model yourself.
Oh,
thank you. Hi, and what's your name?
Hi, my name is D'Angelina Inman from Investors Bank.
And you're a sponsor for today's event?
Yes, we are sponsoring the event for the Edison Chamber of Commerce.
I'd like to ask you, what do you think that this event does for the Township of Edison?
I think it's a good representation of the residents and the people in the community, as well as the businesses.
And when other people, this is going to be televised, so when other citizens of Edison watch this event, how do you think that it sets an example for them?
I think it will inspire them to do better and to, serve the people in the community to get their name recognized.
What's your motivation to be a sponsor?
Investors Bank is built on community, and we just like to give back.
How long have you been a business in Edison?
Well, Investors Bank has been around for over 100 years, so we've been sponsoring with the Chamber for a number of years.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the community?
Well, I like to say that, get involved with the Chamber and be more motivated with the community.
Thank you. We're lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Hi, and what's your name?
I'm Mahesh Chitnis.
And what will you be awarded tonight?
I will be Citizen of the Year for volunteering.
Wow, that sounds incredible. Can you describe some of your work?
I am the district governor for Lions Club International, which is world's largest voluntary organization. And I would be the district governor for the Central Jersey, 5 counties of Central Jersey. And if there is a cause that exists, Lions do it. So take any cause. Our main cause, like the Lionism grew with the main cause of preventing eradicating the preventable blindness. And that is how we grew. But in Edison, we work with the Edison Recreation Department. We have a social for the people with special needs. We work on several projects, including the disaster relief during Sandy. We work with the township to distribute water and things like that.
So you're Citizen of the Year for your individual work, is that right?
That's right. That's right.
So can you give me an example of one instance that was the most memorable for you individually?
If I had to give an example, I have to go way back I just started into Lionism about 30 years back. I was a part of a youth group called Leos, and I was back home in India. I moved to United States about 20 years back, but this is like goes 10 years before that, and we had I was just like I was doing that as a fun as a youth, and our club, when I was the president of a Leo club, we had the cataract surgery camp where we had surgery for about 150 people from a tribal area. And when I saw them see for the first time their grandkids and things like that, that changed my attitude towards life, and I started volunteering since then.
And that motivated you to keep going forward?
Yep.
And so now looking back over this past year, what do you think was the most moving moment of 2014?
Let me sort of pull it back a little bit to the Sandy time. During the Sandy, our club decided to go literally like sort of town to town because we didn't have power, we didn't have communication. So we went and did need assessment in all the towns in this area, including Edison. And we tried to fit in wherever there was a need. We found out that there were no blankets for some of the shelters, so we bought a bunch of blankets. We distributed going door to door. When we had a water supply issue in Edison, the township got a lot of water from FEMA, and the mayor didn't know how to distribute that. So she called us, and we distributed about 30,000 cases of water for the township. And that was like sort of one of the things that like we are proud of, like sort of helping our community during their bad time.
Wow, talk about deserving this award. Thank you so much for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Hi, and what's your name?
Joe Coyle. I'm with the Edison Chamber of Commerce, and I'm the newly installed chairman.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you, what do you think that this wonderful event does for the township of Edison?
Well, it's a great opportunity to bring everybody together from a lot of different areas. We have people from the college, we got people from small business, and from corporations. It gives us an opportunity to acknowledge those who deserve a special award, including the students and small business, as well as our veterans who are in small business.
Let's talk about the young people. Do you think that this sets a good example for them?
Absolutely. I mean, this is a great time to get them involved, present them an award, inspire them, and others that are watching.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Congratulations in your new position.
Thank you very much.
Hi, and what's your name?
Jane Walsh, and I'm from Columbia Bank in Raritan Center.
It's so nice to meet you. How do you think that this event is benefiting the community of Edison?
This is such a wonderful opportunity to recognize businesses that are large and small, so there is no differentiation. You're still, a viable piece to the community, and recognition is wonderful.
I'm sure there are so many people to thank that support this whole event and put it all together. Is there anyone you'd like to thank in particular?
Well, really the thanks really goes to the business community. Columbia Bank has been a sponsor of this event for at least the 11 years that I've been in Edison, so we've been a sponsor for the Edison Chamber, and you just can't speak enough about how wonderful it is. So the benefit to the people who are here is just wonderful.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Barbara Roos, and I am the president of the Edison Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for having me up here. This is exciting, Kelly. As you can see from the camera, we have over 160 people here at the Pines Manor. This is our 15th annual awards event. We combine the Outstanding Awards event with our general membership meeting, so we have just about 50% of our people that are here enjoying. They have great food. They do a great job here with the hors d'oeuvres and the food. So we are here to celebrate our outstanding business people, outstanding businesses, outstanding organizations, because they make what Edison is today. Not only do they have their own business, they hire their own employees, but they contribute greatly to the community. In fact, if you take a look at the brochure that we put together, which is a profile of each of them, it explains their contributions to the community. It's just overwhelming.
And do you think it just grows and grows each year?
This event has a history, actually, like I said, 15 years. So yes, it does, and it also depends on who the honorees are. The honorees are encouraged to bring their family and friends and their supporters here. So we have a record number here today as compared to a couple years ago, because we are honoring 14, and each of those 14 have some 10 people coming with them, some are 20 people, someone's got 30 people, someone's got 40 people. So it's their way of celebrating, but also it's their family and friends' way of congratulating them, showing their public support.
I have an interesting question. How do you think that the growth of technology impacts the different types of honorees that you get each year?
Well, that's a challenging question. Well, we do a lot of promoting. Our marketing is done by technology. So instead of sending out a written invitation, which we did not do this year, haven't done that for the last 2 years, our invitations are electronic. So I think, and they are able to forward that on to their friends and their contacts. So I think through technology, we're able to reach a greater crowd.
Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this year after year, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kelly.
I'm here with Senator Barnes right now. It's so good to be with you.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here, Kelly. How's
Oh, great. Thank you. You used to be a councilman in Edison. Is that correct?
I was a councilman in Edison for 12 years, and I grew up in Edison. And that's why it's a lot of fun to be here tonight, supporting all the award winners for the Edison Chamber of Commerce. It's a big event. And in particular, a very good friend of mine is being honored as one of the entrepreneurs and veterans, Giulio Ferraro, who's the owner of Ferraro's restaurant. So I wanted to be here especially for him.
Oh, wow. And you must know so many other familiar faces.
I do, quite a few. I see we have a lot of people from Edison here, some retired teachers, the president of Middlesex County College. We have the superintendent of Edison. So it's a big night, no question.
So I'd really like to ask you, what's your insight about how important it is for the community to have this event every year?
Well, it's very important. Edison is a very diverse town. It's a town that's always welcomed businesses. It's a town that's has been growing really over the last 30 or 40 years. And I think it's important that the Chamber recognize outstanding educators and outstanding entrepreneurs and companies and veterans. And no question, this is really one of the highlights of the year.
It is. And I was talking with the president of the Chamber, and she was telling me how the honorees are always different every year. Their outstanding achievements are always somehow different, especially with the expanding technologies. Do you agree with that? And how so?
I really do agree. That's a good point. I think, as I mentioned to you before, Giulio Ferraro, one of the honorees, has a unique background. He was an immigrant from Italy, and he served in the U.S. Army, in the Honor Guard in the U.S. Army. And he came to Edison a long time ago, 50 years ago, and decided to create an Italian restaurant. And he's the kind of person that I think embodies the uniqueness that you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, he's so lucky to have a good friend here with him tonight.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you.
We're lucky to have you too.
No, you're not, but thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 15th Annual Awards Event and General Membership Meeting, which I promise will be very short. Now retired Army Master Sergeant Ray Munoz, Civil Affairs, will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everybody please rise. Face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
We'd like to thank all of our event sponsors, cocktail sponsor, Affinity Federal Credit Union, and SYK Korean American Community Center and TV Asia. Gold sponsor, Investors Bank. Silver sponsors, Columbia Bank. And our host, the Pines Manor, for hosting us again this year. Thank you, longtime sustaining members, Automatic Rolls of New Jersey, Bell Pharmacy, Columbia Bank, Edison Water Company, Eisner Amper, Elizabethtown Gas, ExxonMobil Chemical, Federal Business Center, Hartz Mountain Industries, Heller Industrial Park, JFK Medical Center, New Jersey Convention and Expo Center, PSC&G, Raritan Hospital for Animals, Revlon, Summit Associates, Weiser Mazars, and Willents Goldman and Spitzer. And thank all of you supporters who purchased ads and sponsored at all levels. We really appreciate it. Our event committee, if you would just stand so that everyone can acknowledge you. Jen Dantoneau from Hair Design. D'Angelina Inman, Investors Bank. Seema Jagtiani, Farmers Insurance, a Moat Agency. Andrea Lally, Pinnacle Federal Credit Union. Denise Valdez and Barbara Roos, Edison Chamber of Commerce. And thank you, Mark Anthony, Higher Vision Photos, and members of the media. Thank you, Jen, for creating this live program again this year for us. I would like to acknowledge our VIPs here with us tonight. I believe they wanted to say a few words. Senator Peter Barnes III and former Assemblyman Peter Barnes Jr. and Assemblywoman Nancy Pinkin, Senator. Also with us is Councilwoman Sapna Shah. And I will turn this over to Robert Weeks. Robert, get up here, Robert. He's our chairman of the board for the next 10 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. And apologies to all of you. First of all, the committee told me when I got here I was supposed to have a red tie, and I have an orange tie, so I hope you all forgive me. But one of my responsibilities tonight, unfortunately, in the midst of all of you famous folks that are winning all these awards, is to conduct some business on behalf of the Edison Chamber of Commerce. So the first order of business is I would like to take this pleasure to call this meeting of the Edison Chamber of Commerce to order. Applause. Thank you. Anyway, sorry, seriously, this is a meeting, but because we need to have a couple of things happen. One of them is we need the members in. I'll read them. Oh, no, hold on, we're doing something else here, bro. We made some bylaw changes, and we need the members of the chamber to endorse the bylaw changes. So I'm going to tell you what the bylaw changes were, and then I'm going to ask for you to vote for them in a positive, negative way. So one of them is we've changed the attendance on the board level, that you have to attend 3 consecutive meetings or 75% of the meetings for the year to stay a board member. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that we changed the terms. Currently the terms of the directors are for 3 years, and you can only serve 2 consecutive terms. We've changed that to where you could serve 3 consecutive terms. And we also changed the nominating process to move it a month earlier, so it made it easier to vote for the nominees for board seats and directors and things like that. So that's basically it. And so without further ado, all in favor of changing the bylaws as I've discussed, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Abstain? Thank you. Bylaws have been approved. The other thing that needs to happen during the meeting is to install the officers. So the officers for the next couple of years, and that's where Jean has got this big, huge, long list.
It'll only take an hour, don't worry.
Okay.
Peter Greenbaum is our legal attorney. I guess that's a redundancy. Okay. So he will be calling the names. Our legal.
Yes. This is a practice run tonight. All right, first it's my privilege to ask the following individuals to come up on stage to be sworn in as officers of the Edison Chamber of Commerce for 1 year. Our incoming chairman of the board is Joe Coyle. Yep, there he is. All right. First vice chair, Irene Stolte. Our second vice chair is Adam Beater. Our secretary, Jen Antonio. Treasurer, Craig Melton. And immediate past chair, Robert Weeks. What's up here? Okay. All right, if you would all please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Oh, sorry, Craig. He's taking his time.
He's got the money.
You gotta watch him.
All right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise that
I promise that
I will faithfully execute my executive committee office,
I will faithfully execute my executive committee office,
to which I have been elected in the Edison Chamber of Commerce,
to which I have been elected in the Edison Chamber of Commerce,
and exercise my leadership and fiduciary role
and exercise my leadership and fiduciary role
in the best interest of this business organization.
in the best interest of this business organization.
All right. All right, if you would all stay here. Next, I'll ask the following directors to come forward. Joe Cassio. I'll say, just so we can move this forward, hold your applause to the end. Thanks. Dorinda Lutz. Regina Riccioni. All right. Nick Spadavecchia. Gene McDonald. Eugene Tawai. Gulshan Chabra. And Dee Inman. All right, one more time. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I promise that I will faithfully execute the office of director to which I have been elected and or appointed in the Edison Chamber of Commerce. And altogether, directors and officers repeat, and that I will uphold its bylaws, adhere to the rules and regulations, support its mission and goals, be a business advocate, and exercise my leadership and fiduciary responsibilities. And last but not least, with the following board members come up on stage: Seema Jigdianti, Joel Natter, and Jane Walsh. All right, now I ask that everybody give a warm congratulatory applause for our leadership.
Our new honorary directors are Janet Baio, Pines Manor, and Brian Legg, Creative Design Plus, retired. Okay, Jen D'Antuno will, from Hair Design 27, will be our first presenter. She will be presenting the awards to four?
A little more, a few.
A little more, a few. This is Jen.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming this evening. Thank you for putting up with our few minutes of business. As well as this being our awards gala, it is also our annual membership meeting, which is why that business had to be conducted. So we appreciate your patience for all of that. As we go through each award is also accompanied by a citation from the New Jersey Legislature and a proclamation from Edison Township. Robert, can I ask you to come up here and help me hand the awards out? Senator Barnes and Assemblywoman Pinklin is also going to help me hand out awards. Okay, our first award this evening is for the Edison Chamber Member of the Year, and that goes to Angela Holdren. Angela has been a member of the Chamber since 2002 and is active on several committees, including the Membership Development, State of the Town, Taste of Middlesex, Edison Family Day Business Expo, the Golf, the Board Nominating, and became a director in 2013. Sisters Angela and Rose created a business model in 2001 for a privately owned school serving families with children from ages 6 weeks to a full-day kindergarten program. They opened the doors of their first location in Metuchen in 2003. In 2007, they opened their second facility, a 10,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility location on Vineyard Road in Edison. They expanded 2,000 square feet in 2014. The teachers use a Polymethian board and iPads for their full-day kindergarten class, and they have over 80 employees. Thank you, Angela, for your dedication. Our next award this evening goes for the Outstanding Business of the Year to Affinity Federal Credit Union. I'm going to go this way. One each. Okay. Opening in 2011, the Edison branch serves over 3,500 members out of the 134,000 memberships within the company. The 6-person Edison branch team provides excellent personal service, builds strong relationships with business owners, and helping them to strive. Edison branch manager and active Edison Chamber of Commerce member Valerie Latham leads her team greatly. Among the community involvement that the Affinity does includes working with the students of J.P. Stevens and Edison High School, the developmentally disabled students, teaching them essential money and life skills through workshops at the Edison branch, as well as protecting their identities. Thank you for your thank you for your dedication to the Edison Chamber and the community. Sorry about that one. Our next Outstanding Business of the Year goes to La Bombonera Bake Shop. The flagship Edison store opened in 1952, where it still is today, along with additional locations in Somerset, South Plainfield, and Woodbridge. Edison location is where more than 45 of the company's 65 employees are employed. They have grown each year, and the business has grown nearly 10% over the past 2 years, and employment has grown by more than 10%. Owner Brian Panseri expanded the business to include a celebration shop recently. The last 2 years, they have partnered with Elijah's Promise to raise nearly $10,000 to support the soup kitchen. In 2013, over 50 organizations were supported by donations from the bakery. Thank you, Brian, for your dedication to the community.
I'd like to quickly say thank you to all of our customers out there for supporting us. We've been in business for over 60 years, and we couldn't do that without our customers. And we've got 7 of our employees here, our key employees, and I couldn't do this without the dedication of the employees. We're open almost 24 hours a day, and we've got some of the greatest people working for us. So thank you very much for all your help.
Our next outstanding business of the year is the Geico local office. Greg and Laura Ingasia opened the Geico local office 2 years ago. Greg's staff is now, well, it says 7, but you said 8?
8.
8? 8 strong, including 4 agents?
5.
5 agents, a full-time and a part-time representative, and they're still growing. So they're looking for agents as well as office staff. So if you need something, go talk to Greg. Greg and his team has brought an increase in over 250% increase of customers over the previous year. Thank you for doing great business in Edison, Greg. Thank you.
Well, just to start off, I guess, a lot of people think of Geico as this big conglomerate, but we do have small local offices and agents, and we are independent from the major corporation, but we sell all their products and lines. And my office is literally right across the street in the shopping center next to Enderman. So if anybody needs any insurance, please give me a call. Oh, no, they're not yet. Oh, sorry. They're actually really.
Thank you. Our next recognition goes to our U.S. Veteran of the Year, and that is Julio Ferraro. When Julio graduated from high school, he along with 2 brothers opened up their first pizzeria in Staten Island. In 1965, he was drafted to the U.S. Army and served our country during the Vietnam War. Julio was fortunate enough to be accepted into the Honor Guard and spent his military years in the U.S. officiating funerals for the servicemen who lost their lives in combat. In 1969, Julio arrived in Edison, opening up on Amboy Avenue, just up the street from his current location, which is at 1061 Avenue, Ferrero's Restaurant and Pizzeria. Thank you, Julio, for your service and dedication to this country and to the Edison Township.
On behalf of the American Legion and all veterans, we are very proud of Julio. Here's a man who served our country during the Vietnam War. He came home, he hung up his green uniform, he put on the white apron, and has been running the Ferraro's Family Restaurant for over 45 years. Julio, we're very proud of you. I salute you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. I'd like to thank the American Legion for the nomination and a sincere appreciation for the Chamber of Commerce. And it's also heartwarming to see all my family and friends over here. I served proudly in the United States Army as a member of the Honor Guard during the Vietnam era. I watched many of our brave soldiers who lost their lives and came home to be buried. We used to do the funerals, unfortunately. Who'll be calling me now? It's probably Jay. Probably Jay's doing this. Anyway, when we did the military funeral, after the 21-gun salute and the tabs, and present the flags, to look to the people in the eye and tell them from a grateful country we present this flag which he served under. It wasn't an easy experience. It's an experience I never want to remember. Hopefully it will never happen again. When I went in business over 40 years ago, I watched 4 generations go by. 4 generations, that's a long time. And I'm proud of that. Anyway, God bless you all and God bless America.
Thank you very much. This year's Entrepreneur of the Year is Mr. H.R. Shaw. Mr. H.R. Shaw is President and CEO of ETV Asia, Chairman and CEO of Krauser's Food Store. He is also known as an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and community leader. He has been responsible for developing 2 successful companies and providing 23 local jobs for TV Asia and 5 in Radio Asia for the last 20 years. Today, TV Asia is on HD and is watched around the world. TV Asia is the first ever South Asian media to be invited by a U.S. president to accompany President Clinton on an overseas visit to India. He is a role model for any business person and young entrepreneur. He is a founding sponsor of Asian American Hotel Owners Association and supports educational scholarships in hotel management. Thank you for your dedication to the Asian and Edison community.
Thank you very much for this award. I received too many awards, but this award is the best for me because I'm getting it from my town. That's why the best award. I came in New Jersey, means Edison, 23 years ago, when the convenience store called Krauser, it was in the trouble, and acquired the chains, about close to 285 stores. And I saved that time 1,300 jobs in Edison Township. And then what happened, like everyone want to change life. So I was crazy about media. And I started in 1993 with a television station called TV Asia. TV Asia is the largest South Asian population television station. We serve all over United States, Canada, part of the world. All cable companies carrying satellite, then IPTV, and also telco companies. So we're serving the community all over, and we're giving the message. We have a 23 bureau, United States, like a CNN type. So we cover all kind of news and give out of the to other countries. Let me talk you regarding about, sometime people think, because I was the first immigrant, our door is opened by 1960, John F. Kennedy. We have before 100 quotas, only 100% can allow in USA. President John F. Kennedy opened and up to 20,000. I salute him because he opened for every immigrant for up to 20,000 quota gave him. So now this is our journey start. My journey started about 44 years ago. Let me give a little statistic about the Indian, what they're serving the community, okay? We have close to 100,000 doctors. They are serving community. And then I can give you another example, 45 hotel model owner. serving, they own the hotel model in United States, about 45%. And they're serving economy base in this country. They have one association called AHOA, that's called Asian American Hotel Owner Association. 12,500 members are that is the largest association in USA. 2 million, they acquired 2 million guest rooms. 20,000 hotel owned by the Indian people in this country. They have 600 employees, 600,000 employees. Market value property, they own that, close to $130 billion. And that AHOA, they have an operating cost, roughly $31 billion operating cost they serve the community. And the labor, about 12 billion. So when people can think of why they're going that business has an opportunity. When you do the business, first people go to land. That's called hotel model industry. The land, people investing money in land, then they're investing money in the building, and then also business. The three triangle, they can make a profit, that's called. Let me, in the other field, convenience store, what I acquire, so people are in the convenience store. And let me give one example. When I was traveling with President Clinton in 2000, and I was in my city near, and we have a Prime Minister and President Clinton, all billboard sign. And one sign was the only big sign, like a 40 by 40 feet. And they mentioned only on that sign, we export 250,000 on H1B1 visa from India to this country. Right now we have in Indian community, they have roughly close to IT industry people, over 1 million people, and they're serving the community. And this is a great, great country. This is a land of opportunity here. I came with $8 in my pocket, and I achieved something. That's the only country you can do certain things, not any part of the world. Because so many things, the other countries, the rules and regulation, discrimination, religious problems, so many, but this country is the best country, and thank God I came in this country. I love it, and thank you very much what you're supporting us. I really appreciate it. And last, this is it, in the life, work hard, make money, save money, and serve the community is very, very important. You know, making money is easy, but not saving is not easy. In the last, I can tell you, there's a business angle people has to think. If my English is poor, is okay. If my English is poor, is okay, but not accounting. Thank you.
Our next award this evening is for the Young Entrepreneurs of the Year, and this goes to Cardboard Environment. Accepting the award for Cardboard Environment is Arun. I did that on purpose. I'm sorry. I even practiced beforehand, and look where that got me. Arjun. Manir, Arjun, and Daniel are the founders of Cardboard Environment. These three young men created a simple way to recycle used cardboard into a piece of modern furniture that is both elegant and extremely recyclable. The idea sprung from Manir's experience in middle school and high school through Odyssey of the Mind. Nearly 40% of the landfill is paper and destroys the environment around it. Cardboard Environment doesn't just make recyclable furniture, they make recycled furniture, and it's made right in the USA. Thank you for your dedication to the environment and growing Edison community.
On behalf of all three of us, I'd just like to thank Ms. Polakowski and J.P. Stevens High School for nominating us for this award. And I'd like to thank Mr. Alfonso because he's a main inspiration to all three of us, and he's back there, and he's helped us out during class. We all had him in class, and he helps us out on all our other projects that we have going throughout the summers. And last, I'd like to thank all our parents, and Mihir's dad's over here, and they deal with our crazy schedules and us coming home at like 11 at night and going to Lowe's constantly. So just thanks to all of them. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to hand over the podium to Seema, who will do the next batch of awards. Thank you.
Hello and good evening. I thank you all for being here. And our next batch of awards, the first award goes to the Citizen of the Year for individual volunteerism, and that's for Lion Mahesh Chitnis. Mahesh Chitnis has been the founding member of the Edison Visionary Lion Club of the Edison section of it. Lions Club is very famous all over the world. And he was elected to reform and lead the Lions Club International in central New Jersey. And he's going to be sworn in as a governor in July of 2016. He has very successfully supported volunteerism. He has got children involved, all different sections of the community, the whole Edison is incomplete, and has been there, be it the fire in Woodbridge, be it the fire of James Monroe School, be it the Sandy disaster. You will always find him there day and night, running in and out. And Mahesh exemplifies his Lions motto. The Lions motto is "We serve." And with his actions, he serves the community with a passion. And you can see the passion when you see him running all over the place.
Thank you, Edison Chamber of Commerce, for awarding me to be the Citizen of the Year for individual volunteerism. Volunteerism is never individual. You have, even if you lead some group, your group, that exemplifies what you do. My team, which is sitting here, they helped me every day in last 4, 5, 6 years when we were doing service in Edison area. And we do promise with my team in Edison, my home club, my district, and the Lions Club International to serve Edison community and all around the world with the same zeal that we used to do for last 100+ years. Thank you.
The next award recipient of in my section is Citizen of the Year for Community Spirit, and that's Master Tony Yu. Master Tony Yu has been a decorated veteran and a very passionate educator. So from a veteran to an educator, wow. Very successful entrepreneur. He has served Edison for over 25 years. Is that 25th year now?
Yes, 25th.
Wow, so we have a silver jubilee right here. He has also won he's been awarded, not really won, he deserves it, and he has been awarded with Army Achievement Medals and Good Conduct Medals. He serves Edison as a U.S. Army volunteer recruiter. So like we say, once a soldier, always a soldier. So even though he's not there, he's recruiting and making sure that our armed forces stay strong, right? He has 3 outstanding schools now. He teaches martial arts in Piscataway, Highland Park, and Somerset.
Thank you. First thing I'd like to say thank you to the Edison Chamber of Commerce to give me the opportunity today. This morning I taught the class at our community center, which have a location in North Edison, called SYK Community Center. We had, I guess, a lot of senior citizens we have. We have people from 65 to 90 years old actually taking my kickboxing class. Did you ever thought about that, senior citizens do a kickboxing class? If you want to get inspired, come to our center. We have awesome class. Okay, and I have the senior citizens that actually wear the wheelchair. Now they take class for the 7 months. They're actually walking in and talking. Okay, I mean they are so health-wise. If you're 79, then next year they become 78. Following they become 77. So that's the beauty of what? Exercise, you know. But that's the beauty that we have in our community center we have in SYK. You know, about the volunteer, you know, I never noticed too much volunteer before, but my mentor we have today, her name is Linda Kang. Can you stand up, please? Yes. What happens, she's a great businesswoman, but she donated $3 million to contribute to Korean Community Center. So she invited all this, can you give me a big hand? Okay. And she's the starting points that actually started the volunteer. And now I know really true means of volunteer means what? Actually helping people and serving people better. And that's, I get a lot more in return just serving. I thought just teaching people as a boss. I'm always boss, you know, because I have my own company. But after serving the community center, I found out I'm a server, you know, and serving to all the people. And they get so much feedback, and through the feedback, I get so much in happiness that I have. So I'd like to say thank to you know, all this opportunity that they give to me, to Linda and Timmy, and also I have my family over there. And I guess this could continue on until I die. I'm gonna serving all the way through. Thank you again. Bye. Yes, sir.
The next one is the Outstanding Organization of the Year, and that goes to the Kiwanis Club of Edison.
Guys, exercise. Oh.
And we have Laura Leibowitz with us for that award. And Kiwanis is a group that has over 200 clubs. It has supported the key clubs of the schools over here, the J.P. Stevens and Edison High School, and teaching them the importance of leadership and service. They focus in the youth of Edison, which is very important because they are our future. And they also organize a lot of soup kitchens, a lot of volunteerism anywhere that is needed between, getting some drives, teacher drives, getting, any type of volunteerism. They've always been there with the community helping. And with student leaderships, not only regional, but state and international level also. And they've recognized the Kiwanis with distinguished members officers in international stuff. Kiwani latest has been joining hands with UNICEF, and they have raised over $110 million club awards to get rid of neonatal tetanus, which is a very fatal disease. And they're getting together to try to rid the world of this bad disease. Hats off to the Kiwanis Club. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Laura Leibowitz, and I am the current president of the Kiwanis Club of Edison. And I want to thank the Chamber for your vote of confidence and your recognition of our hard work throughout Edison. Kiwanis is a global organization of volunteers dedicated to changing the world one child and one community at a time. Locally, we support the Hands of Hope Food Pantry at St. James Episcopal Church through donations and children's events, the Supportive Parent Advocacy Network located on Middlesex Community College campus, the Community Food Bank at First Presbyterian Church, and Home Share of Middlesex and Ocean County, a partnership program that matches those who have home space with those who need housing. On Friday, we will be providing the lunches for the James Monroe 5th grade field day. As was previously mentioned, we support key clubs for leadership and service at both J.P. Stevens and Edison High School. Internationally, our efforts are focused on eliminating neonatal maternal tetanus throughout the world. If you are looking to help us continue to serve this community and the world, we meet at the second and fourth Thursday of each month at the Affinity Federal Credit Union. Thank you very much.
All these clubs, all these members have done a lot to achieve and help our community. And I would definitely encourage everybody possible to join them. Help them achieve what goals they have set for themselves to better our community and humanity and all. I would next like to invite Ms. Barbara Roos, who is our president of the Chamber of Commerce, for the next set of awards.
Hello again. I just want to mention that we have proclamations from the Edison mayor to be given to everybody. They will be forthcoming. I also want to ask that the next group of awardees and their table guests be sure to come over here after so that we can take some group photos, because I don't think we got you before the program started. Okay, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the next awardee, and that is Emanuela Londola, and she is the Anime Berenbach Scholarship Award recipient. The Edison Chamber contributes some money to the scholarship each year, and the college selects the student. Pursuing an associate's degree in liberal arts and business at the Middlesex County College, Manuela has a long association with the Township of Edison, coming from Columbia with her family when she was only 4. She contributes her education achievements to her family, who are a big influence in her life. While in the Edison High School, she was known for her self-motivation, inquisitive nature, and dedication to both short and long-term goals. At Middlesex County College, she is more in the full load of classes. She's taken more than a full load of classes, earning a high GPA. It gives me great pleasure to present Manuela to come forward to say a few words. Do you want to invite anyone up to speak with you up here?
That's fine. All right. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Manuela Landano. Like Barbara Roos said, I came here when I was 4 years old from Colombia. I came with nothing, with only my family, and I stand in front of a big group of people in front of Edison Chamber. Thank you for the scholarship, for the award. The opportunity has given to me so I could further my studies. Coming from the city that I live in, not only do I live here, but I also go to school and I work here as well. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Barbara Roos especially for the opportunity given to me to further my studies. Thank you.
Thank you, Manuela, and best wishes to you in your future endeavors. All right. Our next awardee is going to be the Educator of the Year, Bodana Vaziski from the J.P. Stevens High School. Bodana has been an English teacher in the Edison district for over 35 years, and she is an extremely effective educator who prepares her students to be successful college students and productive citizens. Bodana believes in educating the whole child, focusing on their character just as much as their academic development. She expects a great deal of her students, but she gives them the tool they need to succeed. It's interesting that countless students return to J.P. Stevens High School after attending college to thank her for all that she has done for them. Bodana, would you like to come forward and say a few words?
They got the first name right, and the last name is Vitvitsky, but it's really my husband's name. Amongst all the months of the year, my favorite for as long as I can remember has always been September. For September has always meant new beginnings, a start over. So then what better career choice could I have made than to have become a teacher? For me, September heralds a new journey, a new learning experience, not only for my students, but also for myself. Teaching has allowed me to see in many the glimmer of understanding and the wonder of real thought that comes with perseverance and stick-to-itiveness. Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen recently, during a commencement speech at NYU, echoed many of the ideas that I hold dear, not only as a mother, but as an educator, and that I witnessed to be true of my parents, and that is this: that success does not merely arise from ability, talent, or pure smarts, but rather that it comes as a result of one's grit, a word we've heard a lot about recently. It means one's commitment to hard work and one's perseverance, no matter the obstacles or failures one may encounter during one's lifetime. I have endeavored to help students discover that grit within themselves and to use it as a maneuvering during various stages of their lives. I encourage them during their roller coaster ride of life to be like the children they once were, curious and open-eyed, looking at their world with open hearts, and like Saint-Exupéry's Little Prince, to see that what is important is invisible to the eye. I am thankful that Cedric Richardson trusted a young woman from Manhattan to get to Woodrow Wilson Junior High School on time, each day from Upper West Side. And I am thankful to Gail Polakowski, whose motto, "Be the change you wish to be," applies not only to students but to teachers who wish to be empowered, to do good for J.P. Stevens, and to be silent heroes. I thank Cedric for all his encouragement throughout the years, and I thank Gail for nominating me from among so many dedicated teachers. And I thank those of you who selected me for this recognition. I told myself that once I'd walked through the school doors and found myself unhappy to be where I was, I would stop teaching. I would stop being a teacher. That day has never come. I feel that I've been lucky in my choice of career, and I treasure my life as a teacher because of the special students who have graced my classrooms in the last 36 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bodana and Menalowski. Remember that we want your pictures, so if you would come up afterwards, that would be great. All right, I want to introduce our next presenter is Dee Inman, and she's going to present the last group of awardees. Thank you. Dee?
Okay, the last award of the night is going to be the Leadership Disaster Recovery Award. And that award goes to Dr. Joanne LaPerla Morales, Dr. Richard O'Malley, the superintendent of the Edison School District, and the James Monroe School principal, Linda Zapoltinsky. We are all aware of the James Monroe Elementary School fire disaster in late March that completely destroyed the school complex. It only took a matter of hours for Dr. Joanne LaPerla Morales to offer to Dr. Richard O'Malley, superintendent of the Edison School District, the Middlesex County College facility as a possible temporary site for the school. The Middlesex County facility department as a possible temporary safe place for the school. Dr. Morales and Dr. O'Malley and James Monroe's principal school to evaluate the design plans, to evaluate the design, the outline for classroom in the buildings that were scheduled to be demolished. Dr. Morales and Dr. O'Malley and the principal of the school are being honored tonight for their leadership, vision, and perseverance in making this happen. And the principal of the school said, everything is going to be okay, and it is. Dr. O'Malley has contracted for the temporary school in September, while a new modern green school will be designed and built on the former school, Monroe School site.
Since March 22nd, the James Monroe school community has been on an emotional roller coaster with many high points and low points. But there was one trait that consistently kept surfacing, and that was gratitude, which kept us steady with its support. Gratitude to our superintendent and our board members who honored my request to keep us together and immediately established a plan so that only 2 days of school were missed. Gratitude to a college president whose first response was to open her campus gates, and to a terrific Middlesex County College staff who miraculously took 2 buildings and refurbished them that were ready for demolition and gave us a new home. Gratitude to my friends who were there from the very beginning and walked every step with me, especially those first few weeks. Gratitude for my family who knew to give me much TLC that I needed, but also knew when to back off. Gratitude for the entire Edison community, whose overwhelming generosity and acts of kindness reaffirm the innate goodness that we all possess. Gratitude for the children of James Monroe who from day one made me, the words that I say, made me believe them, that school really is wherever we are, as long as we're together. But most especially, I am so grateful and will always be grateful to the James Monroe staff, because despite losing everything, they lift me up and make this journey possible, and also make it such a rewarding and powerful experience. Thank you all, and I love you.
Okay. Wonderful people, wonderful accomplishments. We are very proud of all of you. This is what makes Edison the community of which it is. Thank you. We're going to bring up Joe Coyle. Joe is our now newly elected chairman of the board, and he has a few words to say. Joe?
Good evening, everyone. I want to never write speeches, so I apologize for that. I want to thank all the award recipients. I want to thank the awards committee for putting together a great evening for all of us. I want to thank my good friend Julio. Elio, his brother over there. I grew up in the neighborhood. I'm part of that 4 generations. He didn't throw me out of his store ever, but I had a good time growing up in the community. It's wonderful to be an entrepreneur and see these generations grow up. I think at first, being in the Clara Barton section in 1977, I grew up, I walked down the street and I got a job at the candy store putting the newspapers together. And I worked at Jerry's newspaper store. And I remember if they put them together before I got there, I was just upset. And then I got my first job working delivering the newspapers. In fact, they didn't even allow us to deliver the newspapers. I used my brother's route to deliver his. But it was great being a part of the community. I thank you for serving our country, Julio. I thank you for being involved, and it's wonderful to have you a part of the neighborhood and being a 4-generation entrepreneur. What can I say differently than anybody else that has been chairman before? Some days I'm not sure. But without all of us coming together like this is a perfect night to come together, unite, share a vision, introduce one of another to each other. This is the interview, meeting each one of us, building trust, collaborating with one another, the college over here, the YMCA, Lisa, our executive director, is here. She's also on our board. Getting together and networking. I thank Peter Barnes, our senator. Is Pete still here? Peter has always been involved in our community, former councilman, former assemblyman, and now our senator, and an Edison resident. What a wonderful thing. Nancy Pinkin, is she still here? She's our East Brunswick representative and shares our district, and she will be involved in building unity and building business in our communities here. When I look at those who want to choose to be an entrepreneur and come to Edison and do business, I know being involved in 4 generations, Spadoro, June Choi, our former mayor is here also, Antonio Rosigliano. Antonio, is she here? She just left before. Thank you also for being involved in our Chamber of Commerce. Each administration has been involved, and I'm proud to say our new mayor, Tom Lanke, will also be involved in sharing a vision of economic development for all of us. When you're thinking of expanding your store, building a new building, Edison is going to be there. The Chamber is going to be there to seeing the regulatory process together and make it helpful for you. There's 4 parts of putting together a deal, and when the timeline does not meet the finances is the problem. And when the regulatory process slows us up to get a building built or finish something that needs to be done, the financing can drop or a great lease tenant can leave our neighborhood. And we don't want that in Edison. I know that our chamber is experienced, our board is familiar with the building and development process, and I'm thankful to be a part of this and lead our new direction. And I'm looking forward that the new administration shares that Edison is open for business, and you as members are aware that the chamber is here to help unite that vision and cross those lines of the regulatory process and make sure you find it seamless to do business in Edison. And you know that we are a friend here to build support and be an advocate for you in business. I had a chance to walk Manuela around and thank her for accepting our award, and she's a wonderful kid. I also didn't tell her after I introduced her to everybody that I'm going to nominate her to be on a committee. So I'm always in it to get something done. It's sad that a lot of children who get an opportunity to get an internship can't afford to work for no pay. And I think this board will look to work with the county college and subsidize an internship where a student like herself can have a great opportunity at a big company, and we can subsidize some of that room, board, and tuition needs to have that internship at a job. So I'm looking forward. I'm thankful for Robert Weeks and our direction we've had in the past, our board, Joe Cassio, Seema, a bunch of us that are here in the room. I appreciate everybody. Irene is serving on the executive board with us. Jen, where's Jen? Okay, and Adam Beater. So we can all do change, and we look forward to doing it, but we can't do it without your involvement. So by all means, please, pick up the phone, send an email if you have an idea. All the ideas just can't come from us. Thank you, Barbara Ruse, also for leading us as president and your staff and administration. I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. I hope I didn't bore you with this long speech that had no direction. But my friend Jimmy Viville is buying drinks on everybody later from a touching cab. And I really want to find out how to get that board member on that gave the $2 million. Why is that person not on our board? And make sure she doesn't go to the Y. Again, thank you very much. I look forward to this opportunity to serve, and it's a privilege for me. I can remember the first time I got involved in the chamber. I was 23. I went on a boat ride with John O'Shea. I don't know if you remember, it's John O'Shea. He's in the board somewhere, and we had a great time, and I've been involved since. Today I'm now 45. I say to most people I thought I'd gain more weight, but I lost more hair. It's been a great experience, and I've met a lot of great people, and I thank everyone for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to seeing some new things happen in Edison. Thank you.
I know we're here to do a lot of networking and recognition of our outstanding people, but Joe Amore from the Pines Manor has done an outstanding job with our food and the arrangements here, so there's plenty of food. The dessert is in the center right here. Of course, the bar is still open, so do enjoy. Stay around as long as you want to network with each other and say congratulations to our awardees. Have a good evening. Drive safely.
I'm honored to interview the Chamber Member of the Year right now. What's your name?
My name is Angela Holdren with Little Genius Academy.
Okay, so 1 year ago, did you see yourself achieving this award?
No. I think it was, for me, a very big surprise, to be honest with you.
So you must have had to put a lot of work into this. Can you give me an example of what it took?
Many years, and I would have to say sacrifices for myself and my children to get the business up and going. We actually started in 2002 with the business plan and opened our first location in 2003.
You must have had a support team around you.
Most certainly.
Do you have anyone you want to send a special thanks to?
I would definitely start with my family, my 3 children, Michael, Raquel, and Kyle, and I definitely could not have been where I am without definitely their love and support.
And what are your plans for the future now, moving forward?
Well, I'm always open to opening a third location if it's the right opportunity and location. Then we'll definitely try to pursue that.
You are officially a role model for people, the community of Edison. So do you have a message for young people and just all citizens of Edison?
Yes. It was, I would have to say, I was about 22 years old. I have to say this. I was 22 years old, and my sister, Rose, my partner, and I used to drive around, and we would point out all the locations in Edison to possibly open a school. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it's many years later. We achieved the goal, but you know, it just takes a lot of sacrifice and determination, but anyone can do it.
Thank you so much for your hard work.
I appreciate it.
I'm with another award recipient today. She won a scholarship. What's your name?
My name is Manuela Landano, and the scholarship I won was from Edison Chamber. It's a business scholarship. That was given to me by Middlesex County College as well.
Wow, so what's your area of study?
Right now I'm a major in business, and right now I'm going to Middlesex, and most likely will be furthering my studies at Rutgers.
And so what do you hope to do in the future?
I'm not sure if it's work at a corporation or open up a business or anything around that area.
So you must have worked really, really hard. 1 year ago, did you see yourself winning this scholarship?
Definitely not. I did not even see myself doing business. Not at all.
Do you have any advice for peers who are looking up to you right now?
Just basically, if you came, because I came here when I was 4, so I'm an immigrant. I came from nothing, and I'm here holding this award, so it's great. Just keep doing what you want to do, and you'll figure it out eventually.
You know, college is really, really tough. Is there one example of a time when you were like cramming so hard and you just wanted to give up, but then you kept going? Can you give me an example of that?
Well, this is my first year at college. Both semesters were pretty hard. I had accounting and calculus and economics at the same time, so 3 like math courses, which were really hard. But I thought I was gonna fail one of them, but I got straight A's all semester, so it was pretty exciting.
That is awesome. Congratulations, and good luck in the future.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Hi, and what's your name?
Brian Panseri.
And you won Outstanding Business of the Year.
Yes, we did. Quite an honor.
It is an honor. So in your opinion, what makes a business outstanding?
Well, I think for us as a small business, being part of the community is a big thing. And, you know, we believe that it's all about supporting the community, the customers who live in the area, who come and visit us. We're a bakery. And, you know, we love having the regular customers come in every week, and we love to give back to the community. So every week we're doing things for the Boy Scout troops and Girl Scouts in schools and Elijah's Promise. We do work with them to help people in need of food support, and it's just great. It's just great to see people come in, and being part of a bakery, you know, it's always a nice occasion, people coming in to celebrate things, and it's just fun.
I think everyone agrees that Edison is an outstanding township, so I'm going to ask you for a specific example of when your business showed outstanding contributions.
Well, in terms of, we do a thing in the summer, and we're having our 3rd annual one this year, which is a Kids Day in August. And we have kids come in and they decorate a cake, and we have a prize where they can win in 2 different age groups for the best cake, and they win free movie tickets and a free birthday cake. But we have balloons, and we have free cookies, and we give them aprons and chef's hats, and it's a $5 donation, and that all goes to the community. And last year we had about 600 kids who participated over the course of August, and it's just a great thing. It's fun for the kids, and it's great that the people support a great organization like Elijah's Promise.
That is awesome. And one more question. Why do you think that being a role model to the youth in the community is so important?
Well, I think that it's, you really want the next generation to come up and be part of the community. And, you know, sometimes I don't know, you feel like you get a little disconnected nowadays with all the electronics, and it's just nice to have that one-on-one communication, and you can really see it. I mean, it's really interesting when you see the kids just having so much fun with something like that, like decorating a cake. I mean, there's no electronics, there's no high technology, it's just, fun with the family, so it's a great thing.
Well said. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm with the Citizen of the Year, Master Tony Yu, right now. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you.
What was your impetus for volunteering and showing so much spirit this year?
I guess we just opened up new Korean community center in North Edison. It's 5 Edison Road in Edison. So we have a lot of Korean people come to the center, and mostly senior citizens, and we teach a lot of exercise program. And my teaching expertise is called kickboxing. So my main thing is about making people healthy and stronger.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Where do you think your passion comes from?
I guess passion comes from what I believe in myself. I get a lot of results from people that people are really sick and they're overweight and they can move due to the exercise. They get more now they're more faster, more healthier, more stronger. Most important is what their self-esteem grows tremendously. That's what.
Can you give me an example of a time when you brought your spirit to someone else?
I guess it's all about my enthusiasm. Okay, if I'm happy, the person's happy too. So that's why I always try to invest in myself. And right now I'm 50 years old, and I could do 500 push-ups a day, non-stop. Okay, so I try to live by example. But same goes on my students. If whatever I do, they copy it. So I try to be the best influences possible. But most important thing is I try to learn much. I try to learn everything every single day. So in that I always go up next level.
What was your best moment of the year?
I guess today I get the awards for the volunteer. Before I never knew what volunteer means because I always own a business, be a boss. But since I'm volunteering people, I see people get results and they're more healthy and happier. That due to that, now I get more feedback. So now volunteer means what? Make myself more happier.
When you give, you always get back.
Exactly right. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. I think.
It was a privilege to speak with some of this year's awards recipients and other distinguished members of this wonderful progressive town we call Edison, New Jersey, at the 2014 Chamber of Commerce Awards ceremony. Thanks for tuning in to Edison TV. I'm Kelly Magnus. See you next time.